In visual effects and motion graphics, there is an effect called a light wrap, and it's something which is used to try and blend elements together to make it look they were in the same scene to begin with. Let's take a look. I'm gonna go to the logo and text layer, go to Effect, Key Correct, and Light Wrap. And under background layer, I want to set this to point to the clouds, because these are the two main elements in this scene which need more blending: our logo and the background. I will set the width to 50 and I will set the comp mode to add, and hopefully you can see what's happening. If I turn this on and off, you can just see that some of the pixels from the background are being overlaid onto our logo, and that overlay helps to blend the two layers together. This is more obvious in darker areas such as down here. If I turn this on and off, you can see what's going on. Now I've just done this using a plugin called Light Wrap, and this is my normal workflow. But this is one of the perhaps less common plugins out there, so some of you may not have this. I'm just gonna show you how to do this manually as well. It starts by creating a special type of alpha map. This is my alpha. If you rendered your sequences using my instructions from earlier sections in the masterclass, you likely do not have an alpha channel like this. But what you do have is an already transparent logo render like this. If that is the case, you can make a copy of this comp, go to Effect, Generate, and Fill, and you can fill this in as white. And this is now exactly the same as my alpha channel, which I outputted separately. When you have created your own black and white alpha map, you want to drag it to a different comp. Let's call this Light Wrap and click OK. Let's copy our alpha, and I want to go to the track matte of the lower one and set it to Luma Matte Inverted Alpha and point to the top one. This is going to result in a white outline around the edge where the two layers don't line up perfectly. But this is actually what we want. We just need to extend the radius of this though. Go to the layer above and go to Effect, Blur and Sharpen, and we're gonna get the fast blur. And we can increase this to something like, let's set this to 50 for now. I'm going to repeat edge pixels so we don't have anything on the edges of the frames. Let me hide this guide. And this looks like this now from start to finish. Then what I can do with this is go back to the main comp, put this above our text layer, but then you can make a copy of the clouds layer, put this below the light wrap layer, and set its track matte mode to be Luma Matte and point to the light wrap. And because the clouds are only at the edges, it's gonna have the same effect as the plugin you saw a few moments ago. And this is the difference. This is after, and this is before. And you can change the blending mode to be something like add or screen. And this works exactly like the plugin, except you're doing it manually. We can go back to the beginning here and compare the two methods. This is doing it manually, so before and after. And with the plugin, it's almost the same. No difference at all. So that's how you create a custom light wrap, and that should help your logo to blend better with the background. In the next section, we're going to start working on some standard post effects, such as the depth of field. We're going to add a vignette effect, some chromatic aberration, noise, and so on. Just some things to polish off the final look before we do our final color grade.